Hi and welcome to Pow Toon 101. In today's video I'm going to show you how to create a Pow Toon video that you can save into your Google Drive and that you can also share with your friends. If you don't have Pow Toon already installed in your Chrome apps, you can go to the Chrome Web Store, type in Pow Toon, and you'll get two hits. We want to download the second hit, Pow Toon EDU. That's the educational version of the program. You're going to click free, you're going to click add, and it will download to your app screen. Pow Toon icon is here. When you click on it, it will open up what we call the Pow Toon dashboard. It will also give you the option to create a Pow Toon from your Google Drive account, which is actually really cool too. It's a great way to share links with your friends and share your video with your friends or with your teacher. So that's pretty cool. When we click on the icon, we will be taken to powtoon.com, and you'll notice in the top right hand corner, like most of the other web apps that we're running, it's going to ask you to log in. We're going to log in today using our Google account. So I click on the login with Google button, and usually in this screen I would get the accept button. Do you want to grant Pow Toon access to your email account? And we would hit yes, accept. This is what's called the dashboard screen. This is where I can create a Pow Toon, I can share a Pow Toon, I can edit a Pow Toon from here, or later on if your teacher decides to, you can also submit Pow Toons directly to your teacher from this screen. For now we're going to create a new one. And I would like to create a blank project. I've been calling this the blank canvas. I'm going to give it a name. Let's call this Pow Toon 101. And we'll hit create. You can also give a description, which makes life a little bit easier maybe later on down the road when you're sharing your Pow Toon with people. Or also if you would like to upload your Pow Toon in YouTube, the description might let the viewer know what the video is going to be about before they even watch it. This is what I call the blank canvas screen. Imagine that you are an artist, and right now you are given 3 blank canvases that you can paint on. The cool thing about the blank canvas is that you can import a still image to the blank canvas. You can either put the still image on the canvas and resize it, or you can set it as the backdrop. You can also include text onto the canvas, still characters, animations, props, markers, shapes, or you can select one of the pre-made backgrounds that's already here. In the top right hand corner you see the words My Styles, and the styles will affect the backgrounds and the characters and images, animations that you will see on the right hand side of the screen. At the bottom of the screen you also notice a timeline. The red marker indicates where you are on the slide right now. And as you drag and drop things actually onto the screen, you will notice them start to appear at the bottom of the timeline. You can actually change where you want those objects to come in, to enter the frame, and where you want them to leave the frame. Right now our first slide will be 10 seconds long. By clicking the plus sign, I can add a second on, or I can take a second away. I also have the option to generate a movie or a slideshow, more like a PowerPoint presentation. The buttons over here let us add a slide or let us take a slide away. Now remember, any slide that's highlighted will be the one that's taken away. So I'm going to go back to slide number 1, blank canvas number 1. And the first thing I want to do is add an image in. Now these are the images that I already searched out, and some of the students were doing a project on ancient Native American civilizations. And that's kind of a cool image. I also like this image of the Mayan pyramids. I can search images online through Google. I can download them and save them into my documents, and I can upload them using this upload button. Right now it's going to look for any images I have stored in my documents. I can also select a web image using the web search that's actually provided with powtoon.com, and it will search a program called Flickr. For today, I'm just going to use the images that I have pre-selected already, and I like the picture of the temple. I think that's pretty cool. Once I select it, notice that it turns gray behind the image, and I can set selected image as the backdrop. I hit apply, and now it's the backdrop of my canvas. From here, I can choose the rest of the styles that I want. I can decide if I want my characters and animations to look like this. I can decide if I want to do something holiday related, and it will change over here. Anything that's marked as premium, we don't have access to. I kind of like this character set because it sort of looks like my dad. On animations, I'm going to click more, and these are all of the animations that come with this setup, with this style rather. I would like an animation that shows my dad walking. So I drag and drop him onto the screen. And let's resize him to make him fit into the frame. Use some size and scale here so it looks like he's visiting the Mayan temple. And right now he's walking in from the right and walking towards the left. If I want to change that direction, the orientation, I right click on him. I can click the flip button, and now he walks from left to right. I can have him add into the frame over here. Notice at the bottom of the screen there's a little picture of my dad walking, and these blue markers indicate where he will come in and out of the frame. Right now, Dad will enter the frame at 0 seconds. He will leave the frame at 10 seconds when the frame is over. But let's say I want to have Dad come in a little bit later into the slide after the slide already starts. Let's have Dad enter at 1 second, and let's have Dad exit at 9 seconds. Over here, your control buttons. This button will play the current slide from the start. So let's try it. 1 second and Dad enters in, and he walks and walks and walks and walks and walks, and then he exits the screen at 9 seconds. Pretty cool. What if I want to add in a speech bubble? I'm just going to hide the animation, hitting less. And let's add in a speech bubble next to him under props. I can find a speech bubble in here. Ooh, I don't seem to have any in this section. Oh, here we go. Sorry. You can decide whether you want the square, the short rectangle, the skinny rectangle, or you want more of the thought bubble. Let's add in this one. And the speech bubble is a little bit big right now, but that's okay. And now we have to add in text. So from up on the top, we select the text, and it automatically generates a text box. It won't actually put the text inside the speech bubble yet. Double click on the text, or I can click the little pencil icon, and now I can type in what I want. So I'm going to type in, "Wow, this is too cool!" Exclamation point. I can change the size of the font. I probably want to make it a little smaller because that speech bubble is a little small. Let's try 18. You can change the color. You can change the bold. Highlight it. Select bold. And you can also change the orientation if you want it centered. If I chose a different effect, I can actually play the effect, what it will look like beforehand, before I actually apply it. So that looks like it'll fit. Just put it inside the speech bubble. And now, when I play this back, it shows the speech bubble, and it also shows the plain text, and it shows my dad at the bottom. Right now, the speech bubble will enter at 1 second, and it will leave at 10 seconds. But remember, Dad walks out at 9. So let's have the speech bubble only stay until 8. Let's have Dad have a second to kind of get his thoughts together. So let's have the speech bubble enter at 2. Comes out at 8. And the text now is, because it's on top of the speech bubble, looks like it comes in at 2. Let's have it come in at 2.5. And let's have it leave at 8. I rewind the slide and play it back. Let's see what happens. Dad comes in, speech bubble appears, the text goes in the speech bubble, and he'll be walking, walking, walking until 8 seconds, speech bubble disappears, and Dad walks out of the frame. Pretty cool. Off to the side, you can insert any of these other props in. There are more styles that you can insert. This one is kind of cool too. The marker looks like all marker drawings, which is kind of cool. And when you're done, you can hit the save button. It'll scroll through, and it'll save your project. When you're ready for a new slide in your project, you just click the new slide button, and it generates a new slide. Let's say I want to import some sound in. Click the sound button, and it will either let me do a voice over the slide, or it will also let me import a music track. These are the tracks that we already have in our version of the program, but remember you can also import a file as well from your documents. So for today I want to use this dramatic one. If it says add, you can click add. If it says upgrade, obviously we don't have it, so click add. And now I can decide if I want it to just play once or if I want it to loop through the entire project. When I'm ready, I hit apply. And you'll notice your timeline at the bottom actually shows the waveform. The music will come in right away at 0 and should exit at 10. So when we play it back now, the music will start to play. And it's pretty cool. If I add in a new slide, the music will continue to play here. It's pretty cool. So now that I added a little bit, let's save again. And when I'm all done, when I'm satisfied with my work, I can hit the preview button. Notice that it brings me back to my login page. And this is actually what the preview screen will look like. Hit play. Dad comes in at 2, speech bubble comes in, and he stays until 9 seconds and then he walks out. Now this is going to remain white because I have 3 slides in, so I'll stop it here. Over here, this is your full screen on/off button, and you have the option to share your Pow Toons either with YouTube. You can export them, you can embed them into other projects that you're working on, or you can share them using some of your other accounts, which is pretty cool. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to close out my Canvas page. Now remember, because this is saved online, my Canvas page, even if I close this, won't affect the dashboard at all. So I'll close this. And in my Pow Toon dashboard now, when this reloads, I have my video in here. If I click the play button, it's going to play back my Pow Toon. But I also have the option to edit from here. If I click edit, it will take me right to the editing page. I have the option to duplicate it, to duplicate to a group of people, or to delete it. If your teacher adds you to an account, you will also be able to submit it directly to your teacher. So that's my short Pow Toon video. If you need any extra help, let your teacher know, and you can email me or you can talk to one of the educational technology specialists in your school. Have fun. It's a great program. I know you'll love it. Thanks.